And hello. Alright, so this is our perspectives build. We are doing the perspectives of a geometric figures. From this view, the front view, it will look like this. From the side view, it will look like this. And from the top view, it will look like this. And for a better representation, we have built little diagrams. So this would have been the front view. This would have been the side view and the top view. And it's all based on perspective and how you look at the figure. And now, I'll give it over to Zach.
Thank you, Jacob. And now we are going to come over to our next concept, which is lateral and total surface area. So the first shape we have here is a rectangular prism. It is 6 by 6 by 9. And so what we're going to do is we're going to find the lateral surface area. And the formula for that is perimeter times height. And to do that, you will take the perimeter, which is 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, which adds up to 24, multiply that by 9, and you get 216 for the lateral surface area. So then, you're going to multiply that, or add that to 2b to find the total surface area. And regular b on its own, which is 6 by 6, is 36. You multiply that by 2, and you get 72. So now you add 72 to your 216, and you get the total surface area, which is 288. So our next figure here is a pyramid, and it is 7 by 7 by 4. And so the 4 represents the slant height, which is S. And to find the lateral surface area, you will take S, the slant height, multiply it by the perimeter, and then divide it by 2, because it's 1/2 of P times S. And then once you do that, you'll take that and add it to the base. Alright, our final thing here is a cylinder. And to find its lateral surface area, you will do 2 times pi r, which is the radius, times h. So, say pi was 3.14. You will multiply pi by 2, times that to the radius, times that to the height. You would get lateral surface area. And for the total, you would get 2 pi r squared, so you would square r and multiply that by 2 pi, and then add that to your lateral surface area, and you would get the total for the cylinder. And then the final thing that we have is the nets. And so over here we have represented each net. The red lines show where the folds would be, and these pressure pads here show where they would connect. So this is the rectangular prism. This is our pyramid. And then this is the cylinder. Now I'm going to hand it over to Akash.
Thanks, Zach, for that representation. So now we're doing the Pythagorean theorem, and if we go over here we can see the formula. The formula is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Hi, Zach. Now, if we go over here, we have a triangle, a right triangle, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks high, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks wide. Now, oh wait, never mind, 6. And 6 squared plus 6 squared equals
would be 72. And the square root of 72 would be 8.5. So c squared would equal to 8.5.
So, if 4 feet is proportional to 12 feet, 4 feet is proportional to 12 feet by 3, 7 is proportional to that, what we're trying to find across the river. So, 7 times 3 would be 21. So, the length of across the river would be 21.
Now I'm going to pass it on to Chris.
Heyo, it is Chris here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to find the volume of a sphere. So here the sphere is represented by the glass, and then the iron inside of it is the volume. Now the iron inside of this and this big block of iron are exactly the same amount. This 8x8x9 rectangular prism of iron is the same thing as this. So, but for all intents and purposes, this isn't a mathematical sphere. This is a bunch of cubes and the arrangement of a sphere. So I will be using this is a representation of a non-existing sphere for our calculations today. So the formula to find the volume of a sphere is volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Now it sounds kind of odd, but it's all good. So radius, so for this our radius will be 9 meters. So we have 4/3 pi 9 meters cubed. Now 9 cubed is 729. So 4/3 pi 729. Now let's say these are all fractions. So it's 4 over 3, 3.14 over 1, and 729 over 1. Now 3 and 729 both reduce. So it would be 4 over 1, or just 4, and 243 over 1, or just 243. So now we can ignore the fractions altogether, seeing how everything is a whole-ish number. So now we have 4 times 243 is 972. Now 972 times 3.14 is 3052.08. That is our key volume. So thank you for, I know I kind of sped through it, but I got the gist of it, I think. And thank you for watching.
Well guys, it's been fun teaching y'all about math, but it's time to go. Alright guys?